The offensive tackle that I really want to talk to you about, I'm going to steal a little bit of this from you, but Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma, you called him this year's DeJuan Jones. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, well, now I got to pay attention because Thanos is awesome. The Browns stole one with DeJuan Jones last year, and he's a guy that you talked about on this show from the Senior Bowl last year when you came on. So I really want to hear what you got to say about Tyler Guyton.
Well, number one, Tyler Guyton's just a huge man. He's just absolutely huge. He's 6'7", 6'8", maybe close to 330 pounds. And what I noticed about him and speaking with him, he's very mature. Let's just say he's 22, 23. You would act like he's a 38-year-old man the way he's talking. He very articulate, but he is just a massive human being. He's got very good athleticism for his size, but he's got good feet. He has played both the tackle positions. I ask a lot of offensive linemen this way. Did an interview with Dan Fike last year, who played in the 80s for the Browns for Schottenheimer. I said, what's the difference between playing left and right? And he said, the way you put your feet and the way you use your hands. I went, oh. He said, if you're on the left side, you put your left foot back. And you're on the right side, you put your right foot back. And then it's where you punch, it's the closest hand instead of the farthest hand. I went, oh. So, if we brought in somebody, you think about it. Jack Conklin, I love him while he's playing. But he gets paid a lot to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Jedrick Wills. Do you love him? Do you think he's a spectator on the field? He gets beat a lot, So, they're both under contract. They're both coming back. But think of it this way. If you put DeJuan Jones at left tackle, and then you bring in a guy like Guyton and put him at right tackle, you're not going to put James Hudson there. Or no. So, and then that's the start of a young offensive line that's going to be a transition. Because you got to think about transitioning 3 years down the road from here. But Guyton's got an impressive explosiveness off the snap. And his run blocking is exceptional. Now, his pass blocking is just, I call it above average. But he does demonstrate a high level of technical skill in his pass sets. Now, I didn't see any pulling because they weren't doing any pulling drills. But nobody got around him. Nobody. Last year in Tuesday practice, DeJuan Jones came to one practice. Nobody got around him either. So it's being powerful in the engagement with the defender right off and then staying engaged. And that's what Guyton does. So
where do you think a guy like Guyton, who, it's everything I read about him, everything that you wrote, I was just like, this guy sounds like almost a must-have. Like, I would love for the Browns to be able to bring him in the draft, but where's his grade? Where does he go in the draft? Because we got DeJuan Jones in the 4th.
Oh, I think he's going to go second round.
So this is a guy that if the Browns want him, they're going to have to use their first pick.
Yeah. If they want him and DeJuan Jones to pair up, they're going to have to use him. Now, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're probably going to look at getting more like a swing tackle and draft somebody in the 5th, 6th round. They got 2 picks in the 5th. They got 1 pick in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Depends on the compensatory. I think they'll take one of those 2 5th-round picks and get a tackle or maybe get an offensive guard in the 4th round and bring those in and act like that's their meat and potatoes for backup positions. But, you still got Drew Forbes that's in the picture. You still got Michael Dunn that's in the picture. And I think that those players are going to take care of the backup positions. I think what you need to work on, the middle 3 had nothing to do with what happened this year. The center and the 2 guards were fine. It was the tackles. Mm-hmm. And then when Conklin went down, Jones filled in, then Wills went down, then Jones went down, and then it was just, pick up the phone and say, hey, I know you're selling real estate, but, can you come play some.
I know Blake kept saying he was going to have to go up there and play tackle for a game or two.
I would money on Blake.
I know. I
Blake,
think
Blake would.
He could probably hold his own. He's not too quick anymore.
He would definitely hold his own.